Another room, another life. It's not a lot of life. Yeah, a new life. Transitioning, transforming, changing, plunging straight into it. Try to make change. I'm checking in here with a little bit of cold hands, a little bit of an unsettling feeling inside me. I think it's like anticipation and excitement, and also integration time, and tons of things. Like a lot of things are moving, and I'm showing up for that to my best capacities, and here I am. And I was trying not to, like, all right, maybe I don't do this, maybe I just skip it and I'll go straight into the tasks at hand. And then I thought to myself, why? No, it's somewhat important to keep a consistency going. Because also there has been a very strong and powerful weekend in many ways to arrive back in Norway, going to bachelor party, my first in my life, and oh my lord, what that was wild and fun times. It is spectacular, and what a great success it was. So happy for the groom and his beloved getting married later this summer. Really beautiful friend of mine, and such a beautiful reminder as well of the. I'm trying to find the English word here. Remembering that this is my second language, and it's not that always natural to me. Kamratskap. It's like buddyhood, almost like brotherhood, but almost like friendship. It's just it. It's just friendship. I love my friends, they're amazing. And I wanna show up and be a good buddy. The best that I can. Yes. And what am I thinking at this very moment, like getting ready to jump into the car and hit the road, drive a few hours and transition and shift to a new area. Getting ready for the summer. And also my breath is a little bit short. It's like I want to take a deep breath, and that's always a good reminder. Always. Something like these alternative hippies sighing out. But it is a wonderful tool to regulate the system, to take a deep breath and let it out. So when you do that, you tell your body, you tell your nervous system that it's okay to relax. If the breath is a bit short, something is going on. Your body's under stress somehow. It could be physical if you're exercising, you're panting. That's fine. It's good even every now and then, Short-term stress is great for the health, but if it sticks and if it stays, that's when it becomes unhealthy and toxic and not good for the body. So, and I think it's very common these days that we live in a constant state of stress. It's like this underlying current of dysregulated being that has been implemented and normalized into our existence. And that is, you see, oh my god, it is not healthy for the collective. It's not healthy for the individual. It's not healthy for the planet. It's not healthy for society. Everything becomes sick when we are dysregulated and try to manage and operate life through that state of stress. And it's killing us. It's killing each other. That's my go-to reminder again and again to come back to that regulated state of being. And sometimes I still wonder, what is that really? It's almost like I'm challenged in order to recognize that state within me. because that state has been so unfamiliar for me for such a long time. It's it's not the thing that I was like used to. Getting dysregulated at a very early age, like yeah, 6, 7, and having these emotions that wanted to pass through, but there was no room or space for them to do so. So just kept them down and suppressed them down deep in my body, in my psyche, and all my personas and all my identities started to form around those, like managing of the self, managing of the stress and the emotions that was unexpressed, and that has been channeled and project out into the field. Try to hide behind masks in order not to feel those feelings because it felt scary, it wasn't really safe. So that becomes the dysregulated state. It's like always on guard, a little bit on the edge, shields up, always in control, always observant what's going on in their surroundings with the people around. Is it safe? Is it not? Again and again, it's always this like hook inside the perception of scanning. And instead of finding that attention turned inwards towards an actual healthy and good sense of being, where the emotions can flow freely, where there is no stuck energy that wants to flow, where there's no suppressed emotions, there's just an open space. And that is like our internal nature, like spaciousness. Everything is empty and open space in the pure existence of things. So recognizing that emptiness within is essential and key for us all to find some sort of centered alignment and regulated state, so we can come from a pure place within where creation wants to happen and wants to come through, where life and light and love can just be expressed in its free and purest form as possible. Yeah. Because if we manage the life and try to navigate from these protective mechanisms, we'll always try to be in control. We always try to like, it's tight, it's tense, it creates a whole lot of friction in one's life. There's not at ease, there's no peace, there's just constant ongoing next. There's no homecoming in the own being. And kids these days doesn't learn those. That to me is part of the whole sickness of the society. Like, I want to have systems, school systems in particular, where the children are being taught how to regulate themselves, how to be with their emotions, what happens in their body when hormones starts kicking in, how do they relate to each other, how does social interactions take place, how can they just be themselves. But no, we have systems just shove informations in their head and telling them that they have to know this and have to show up for that and have grades for this, and if they don't, they'll be failures and they will not be part of it. It's such a sickness, and this mental virus that we have been programming into ourselves for generations after generations. This needs to stop. This can't go on. Like, if we go on, we're like, obviously it's not gonna last, because we're like getting more mentally sick, insane, actually, like completely losing it. People are medicating them a lot these days. It's not looking good when you look at those terms, suicide rates going up. Isn't this a clear sign, really, that something needs to change? But the systems are so stuck into old ways of doing things and trying to create a society where the tops just gains from the population, and we are sick of it. It's so obvious these days. Like, you and me, we see it, and we are done with it. Like, and that's why again and again it's important to take a stand. Take a stand for your own freedom and truth, and express that in your nearest surroundings. That's where it all begins. Like, starting with oneself, finding that regulated state within, and then when meeting the world, being true and honor the well-being and being compassionate towards oneself and the others, while expressing how truth wants to be expressed for you. And then just pray down and bow down to the greater good, and just trust the process that it all will lead back home. So, thank you. I'm happy that I did this right now, and I'm even more happier and grateful that you are here listening till the very end. Is it so? I don't know. But even though I am in so much gratitude and much love to you, stay blessed, peaceful, have a wonderful timeline, beautiful being. See you in the next